It's said that a dog is a man's best friend. We've all heard that. But have you also heard that millions of animals, including dogs, are killed during product testing each year? We say these animals are our best friends, when in reality, we buy and use products every single day that have killed millions of them through product testing. Product testing on animals or humans is not ethical and should not be allowed. So you might be asking yourself, what is an animal experimentation? Another word for that I've already used is product testing. Product testing is defined as the use of a product on an animal to determine the toxicity of an ingredient or product and determine how it reacts when used. This is mainly done on animals, but it can also be done on humans. The way they do this is they give animals extremely high doses of toxins and irritants. That's what they're putting into that mouse right there. This can be given through forced feeding, forced inhalation, and eye or skin contact. When the animals are given these toxins, they can experience severe abdominal pain, diarrhea, convulsions, seizures, paralysis, or bleeding from the nose or mouth before they ultimately die and are killed. Here's a short video on the effects of animal testing. So obviously that video was a little bit exaggerated because they used a teddy bear instead of an actual animal. But you can see that these are the types of things they're doing to animals every single day. One story of a beagle whose name was Nellie. Nellie grew up in a laboratory. She was used for laboratory tests as a laboratory test animal for years as a young pup. She was mutilated, sold, and then abandoned and shot, and was left to die with 2 other beagles in a locked crate on the side of a dirt road in Florida. Luckily, rescuers at the Beagle Freedom Project found her on the side of the road. They later found a tumor on her growing near her back leg. Nellie pulled through this unfortunate situation and found her forever home, but still faces a life full of PTSD. Now, there are many alternatives to animal testing. All of these are efficient, safe, and reliable. One is the use of human volunteers. Another, which is pictured here, which I'll explain later, is cell and tissue cultures. There's also synthetic membranes, statistics, scanning technology, and computer models. Currently, what is pictured here is called organs on chips. Now, that might not seem too great, but what they're actually doing is the FDA is currently working on this alternative. They're taking cell cultures from humans and putting them on these chips. They then test these cell cultures with the products, which are taken from a multitude of different organs. As you can tell, this is probably a lot more humane than animal testing, and it's also a lot more accurate. Now, you're probably asking me, what can I do to stop animal testing? There's a lot of things you can do. One of these would be not to own stock in companies who use animal testing on products. This just enforces the animal testing, and if we weren't to own stock in these, they would slowly disappear. Another thing that you can do is to only give to charities that do not experiment on animals. There are many charities out there that do experiment on animals, but you just have to, if you can find some that don't. Another is, especially with women, a lot of makeup products are actually tested on animals. These are certain things that you can find on labeling and packaging, and you can choose not to buy the ones that are tested on animals. According to Do Something, a charitable organization supported by millions of people, up to 90% of animals used in the U.S. labs are not counted in the overall statistics of animal testing. This is absolutely terrifying when you think about the millions of animals that are actually reported for killed in animal testing. In conclusion, there are more economical, more efficient alternatives which we can use to end this horrible event. Thank you.